Long-term care insurance, the decision most people wait too long to make. Have you ever thought about who would help you if you could no longer safely live on your own? Not medical care, not surgery, not a hospital stay. I mean everyday help, getting dressed, taking a shower, preparing meals, getting in and out of bed, remembering medication, or simply having someone there so you are safe. That is long term care. And this is one of the biggest retirement topics people avoid until it becomes urgent. Here is the problem: many people assume Medicare will take care of this, but Medicare is mainly health insurance. It may cover certain medical needs, hospital care, doctor visits, skilled nursing care under specific rules, and other covered services. But Medicare generally does not pay for ongoing custodial long term care. That means if the care you need is mainly help with daily living, you may be responsible for the cost yourself. And that cost can hit a family hard. Long term care is not only nursing home care. That is another mistake people make. Long term care can happen at home, it can happen in assisted living, it can happen in an adult daycare setting, it can happen in a nursing facility. For many people, the goal is not to go to a nursing home. The goal is to stay independent as long as possible. But independence often requires planning. That is where long term care insurance comes in. Long term care insurance is designed to help pay for care when you need help with certain daily activities. Depending on the policy, it may help pay for home care, assisted living, adult daycare, respite care, or nursing home care. But these policies are not all the same. Some are traditional long term care policies. Some are linked to life insurance. Some have inflation protection. Some have limited benefits. Some are expensive. Some may not be worth it for your situation. So the question is not, should everyone buy long term care insurance? The better question is, do I have a plan if I need care? That plan might be insurance, it might be savings, it might be family support, it might be Medicaid planning depending on your situation. It might be a combination. But having no plan is also a plan. Usually, it is the most expensive one. Now, let's talk about timing. The best time to look at long term care insurance is usually before you need it. That sounds obvious, but it is where many people make the mistake. Once you already have serious health problems, memory issues, trouble with daily activities, or a major diagnosis, it may be harder to qualify, or the coverage may cost much more. That is why many people start looking in their 50s or early 60s. Not necessarily because everyone should buy at that age, but because you are often still healthy enough to qualify and close enough to retirement that the decision feels real. If you wait too long, the decision may no longer be available. Now, here is something very important. If you are still working, check whether your employer offers long-term care insurance. Do not ignore that benefit. Sometimes employer or group coverage can be easier to qualify for than buying a policy completely on your own. Sometimes it may allow spouse coverage. Sometimes premiums can be paid through payroll deduction. But do not sign up blindly. You still need to read the details. Ask, what does it cover? Does it cover care at home? How long is the waiting period before benefits begin? How much does it pay per day or per month? How long will benefits last? Does it include inflation protection? Can premiums increase? What happens if I leave my employer? Can I keep the coverage? These questions matter. A cheap policy that does not cover what you actually need may not solve the problem. And an expensive policy that strains your budget may create a different problem. Long-term care planning is really about protecting choices. the choice to stay home longer, the choice to avoid draining retirement savings too quickly, the choice to reduce pressure on your spouse or children, the choice to have options when life changes. This is not about fear, it is about being realistic. As we get older, the risk of needing help increases. Some people will never need long term care. Some people will need it for a short time. Some people will need it for years. Nobody knows in advance. That uncertainty is exactly why planning matters. So here is the simple takeaway. Long-term care is not just nursing home care. Medicare usually does not cover ongoing personal care. The best time to look at coverage is before your health changes. If your employer offers long-term care insurance, review it carefully. And before you buy anything, compare the benefits, costs, waiting period, inflation protection, and whether it helps pay for care at home. The goal is not to buy a product. The goal is to protect your independence, your family, and your retirement plan. This channel is for education only. I am licensed to help people with Medicare and insurance questions. But this video is not personal financial, tax, legal, or insurance advice. Use this as a starting point. Ask better questions, read the details, and make a plan before the decision is made for you.